We begin this morning with diplomacy being put to the test as the U.S. and its NATO allies try to defuse the tension with Russia over its possible invasion of Ukraine. Secretary of State Antony Blinken met with his Russian counterpart, Sergei Lavrov, in Geneva, Switzerland Friday. Blinken told Lavrov the U.S. would give Russia written responses to Moscow's proposals next week. There is some hope that an invasion of Ukraine is delayed at least for now, even though both sides appear to be far apart on larger, potentially more consequential issues. Russia has deployed tens of thousands of troops along its border with Ukraine and its neighboring Belarus. Christina Ruffini is in Geneva with the latest. Christina, good morning.
Good morning, Dana. Those meetings here yesterday lasted about 90 minutes. Both sides called them frank and productive. And although there were no major breakthroughs, they agreed to keep talking. But this comes as allies are rushing weapons to Ukraine in case diplomacy fails.
We have made clear and done a number of things in support and defense of Ukraine that will continue.
But speaking to reporters in Geneva Friday, Secretary Blinken made clear that support will not include U.S. ground forces.
Ukraine is not a member of NATO. It's not covered by the Article 5 commitment.
Following a high-profile meeting with his Russian counterpart, Blinken said the U.S. is doing everything it can to help Ukraine in other ways.
We think that's the best and most effective way to convince Russia not to engage in further aggression against Ukraine.
Overnight, 200,000 pounds of lethal aid, including ammunition, arrived in Kyiv. And the U.S. has also given permission for other NATO allies to rush U.S.-made weapons to Ukraine's eastern front.
It's good to see you as well.
Then there's the diplomatic front.
What we expect is concrete answers to our concrete proposals.
The bottom line is this. This is a critical moment.
Russia says it has no plans to invade and its troop buildup is defensive. But the U.S. has questioned how a country with such a robust military could feel threatened by its much smaller neighbor.
Is Russia intimidated by Ukraine? Why are you afraid of Ukraine? Why do you feel you need to protect yourself, as you said?
We are not afraid of anyone, even not of the U.S., you know.
Secretary Blinken said after consulting with President Biden, he should be able to have that written response to Moscow's proposal, something Russia has been asking for, by next week. Michelle?
Frank question, Christina. Glad you were able to ask it. Tomorrow on Face the Nation, Margaret Brennan speaks with Secretary of State Antony Blinken.